What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? I hope that this message reaches you and you're in good energy. I hope you and your loved ones are doing well. Um, Today, I want to talk about a skill that you're going to need in any relationship that you hope to be successful in, and that's communication. And we'll define the word relationship in a minute. But for now, let's get into it. Quote of the day. Communication is the art and exchange of one's thoughts, feelings, or ideas. The level of life that you experience will be determined by the quality and depth of the interactions you have. Billy Alsbrooks. Song of the day, Damaged Goods by Kingdom of Giants. So I want to start by defining the word relationships. Most people hear relationship, they think romantic involvement, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, significant other, whatever you may have, right? When I use the word relationship or relationships, I am talking about those type of relationships, but I'm also talking about all types of relationships. Mentor and mentee, subordinate and superior, employee and employer, friend and friend. These could be relationships where you have somebody who is above you and you're superior. This could be a relationship where you have someone who's below you, or it could be someone where you have equal footing with someone, like a platonic friendship, a relationship. Um, these are relationships where you would be equal, right? At the end of the day, no matter what type of relationship we're talking about, if you are not an effective communicator, you will have a failed and or flawed relationship. It is not an easy skill to acquire, especially with the way things are trending in our society. More and more things are becoming digital. Digital creates a barrier. With that barrier, sometimes communication gets lost or becomes disingenuous. I am fortunate enough to be at an age where communication had to be face to face, over the phone, but I'm also in a space where I saw technology evolve and have been able to evolve and adapt with it to be able to get my communicator skills, to be able to transpire and project what I'm trying to project. Um, Long story short, what I said in all that is no matter what the muse is, no matter what the device is, no matter what the channel of your communication, face to face, over the phone, text message, IM, even if we go back to just letters, right? Writing letters to each other, you have to be an effective communicator. You have to be able to get your ideas across in a clear and precise way. The ones who fail to do this usually have one of the biggest obstacles in their way, and this is the obstacle in all of goals, and that's emotions. You become emotional. And when you are emotional, you are unable to focus on your thoughts. You're just saying things to relate your emotion rather than to say things to relay the idea or to communicate the direction that you want. It's one of the biggest barriers to goals. It's one of the biggest barriers to moving up to power. It's one of the biggest barriers to achieving things is being in your feelings. If you are in your feelings and you know you are in your feelings and you know you're the type of person to say crazy stuff when you're in your feelings, you need to keep your mouth closed until you get out of your feelings. The next thing I'm about to say might offend a few people, but I don't care because it's in my spirit, it's on my heart, and I feel like it needs to be said. You especially need to keep your mouth closed if you are a man and you are emotional, because that is not the time to be opening your mouth. As men, we do not have the luxury to stand around and say whatever and have it taken lightly. A lot of the things we say will be amplified and multiplied by the level of 10. Saying I love you can mean the world to someone because men don't normally communicate that. Saying you're going to do harm is the same, will be multiplied by 10, and there can be dire consequences to that. So that is why I want to talk about communication today. Making sure that we are not distracted by emotion or other before we start to communicate something, before we start to direct, starting to raise our voice and be boisterous and use threatening postures. We have to make sure that we have a clear mind, a calm spirit, and a level head when we're communicating. If you are not an effective communicator, it will be an extreme barrier and obstacle to anything in any relationship that you hope to accomplish. So do the work today. If you know that you don't possess these skills as a communicator, if you know this is an area that you struggle at, uh, I am not the one here to shame you. I'm bringing this to your attention so that this can help you. Go get the resources, take the classes, do the work to stand out and make yourself a better communicator, because it's not something that you're going to be able to skate around. It's not something that you're going to be able to navigate through. You have to be able, as a leader, as someone who wants goals, as someone who wants to achieve something, you're going to have to be able to tell people what you want in a precise way. And if you can't do that, a lot of times you will not get it. I'm also saying this because I want you to know you're not alone. There are a lot of people out there who fail in communicating. There are a lot of people out there who are scared to death of public speaking. It's okay to have these fears. It's okay to be lacking in these skills. It's not okay to not evolve. It's not okay to not work on that. It's not okay to say, well, everybody else or the majority of people have the same fears, so I'm just going to succumb to them. That's not okay. There are ways to get better at it. There are ways to develop it. There are ways to improve, and I challenge you to do so. Again, in any relationship, platonic, work, romantic, professional, any relationship out there, you must be an effective communicator to have a good and powerful and productive relationship. All right, guys. I need you guys to take care of yourselves. Please, please, please be kind to one another. Keep me in your prayers. I'll forever keep you in mind. Endure, believe, rise.